Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Welcome to Disgruntled, the podcast where we process the minor inconveniences that feel like personal attacks.
Traffic, conference calls, group texts, no one's safe.
We're not here to fix anything. We're here to vent, to spiral, and to laugh instead of scream.
Basically, it's therapy, but with less crying and more yelling into the void.
And just so we don't get fired, the views expressed in the podcast are ours and ours alone. They do not reflect the opinions of our employers, past, present, or future.
Or yours, or anyone's really.
We're not really professionals. We're just professionally done with everything.
Call us today, cry for help, but make it funny at 479-222-1251.
Or you can find us at disgruntlednetwork.org and submit your unfortunate ramblings via form.
And visit the link in the bio for more details.
Anyway, so we're your host of Disgruntled. I'm Bailey Bolin.
I'm Jillian Johnson.
And let's get into the episode.
Yeah. So, okay, we're already recording.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. We're already recording.
Hey.
So, hey.
Ooh.
Hey. So,
Bailey.
let's address the elephant in the room.
The telephone in the room.
The telephone in the room. So, viewers, listeners, a little while ago, probably 2 to 3 months at this point, I was having a sleepless night. And obviously, when I have sleepless nights, I have some of the best ideas I've ever had in my life.
Correct. Including the podcast, I might add.
Yes, that was one of those nights. But this is one of them, and it has come to fruition. And so we present to you the unfiltered phone booth. Now, there is a lot more to come about this baby right here. A lot more. But essentially, this is going to be placed wherever it can be. Okay. And it is powered to, when you pick up the phone, you will get Jill and I's voicemail. And then you will be prompted to choose what you want to talk about at that point. And then you will leave your rant, secret, confession, whatever it is. And we will include it on the episode. So that's just a little sneak peek into the plans with this baby. So.
And for our pure listeners at home, Bailey is now cradling a telephone from a 1980s phone booth.
Right. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Boom.
The queen is here. I was gonna say something else, but it's a bit too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a little bit too soon.
I like the direction you took though. That was good.
Right.
Was good.
I went Princess Diaries, obviously.
Uh-huh.
So, let me move this little baby and we will get back to our regular programming. So, let me show you what I have to do in order to move this.
Rearrange your whole. Go.
Mind you, this thing weighs
like
35 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Easily.
Yes.
This is cast iron.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus.
She's built.
Yeah, she's built for tough, I guess.
Something like that. Okay.
Oh God, is this gonna be a bloopers?
Yes, it is. I will demand that it is. Actually,
Okay, it feels normal now. Jesus. Okay. Okay.
and we're back.
Yeah, we're back. Hi. How are you? Okay, so Jill, how's your week been?
It's been great.
Oh, okay. Believable. Love that.
Was that convincing? Another day in paradise. I have got the missing being a teacher blues because right now all my
summer.
all my teacher friends are out at their house and just relaxing, and I'm having to do the daily grind, and I'm great. I'm great. I'm great. I don't
That's one word for it, definitely.
what do you mean I have to get up and go to work every day from now to the time that I'm 70? No, I'm
Literally.
good. I'll get through it. It's been an up and down roller coaster. Got my air fixed, broke again. That's nothing.
Jesus.
That's nothing out of the ordinary. Oh,
Right.
I'm devastated because we were grilling out for Memorial Day. And I don't think I talked about this last week, but it was devastating. We were grilling for Memorial Day out on my porch, and all of a sudden the planter box that I've had for like 3 years, I went out to grill burgers, came back in to get buns, went back out, and my planter box, the bottom has fallen out.
Of course you're the one grilling.
Yeah.
Of course you're the one grilling. Because, guys, Jill is the man.
I am. You can add Chef Gordon Ramsay to my LinkedIn. But
wait, maybe that's a little bit too patriarchal to say. Sorry, probably shouldn't say that.
I feel like it. I shall overcome all and empowered by all. But I went to go get the buns.
By the man, I mean like Taylor Swift version of the man.
Well, I mean that was obvious. Yeah.
Sorry.
That
sorry.
Was
Continue.
obvious.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're
shut
up. Never. Don't ever. And the box, I guess, finally the wood parts around the side had finally given out to the metal supports inside, and so the bottom just fell out. And I've lost my whole planter box. And ask me if it is still not in a pile on my deck, because it is. It is.
I know it is.
I will actually, I might even take a picture and attach it to
nice.
show to Bailey and include it right about here. And you'll go, Jillian, that's been on your porch for a week? Yes, it has. Yes, it has. As I contemplate all of my life decisions, because now I'm like, well, do I get another one? Is this my sign to give up? Do I do an alternative route? Do I...
Number two.
I know, that's what I've been leaning towards.
Give up.
I feel so bad because all of my roommates were like, "We'll help you. I'll help you. What do you want to do?" And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to do yet. I haven't decided what to do yet. I don't know if I'll ever decide. It might just be y'all get to visit a pile of dirt on my porch. One of these days.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's not been great. I'm been a bad plant mom. Bad plant mom. Still going through my mother's moving process.
Oh,
no
God.
shocker to anyone.
No.
Because it's like pulling teeth with that woman. She still hasn't gotten her food out of the fridge. And it's like my mother has such bad ADD that she gets hyper fixated on one room and on one task. And it's not the important task that needs to be done.
No.
Or in high priority.
No.
And so it's just like she
never is actually.
No, she still doesn't. She brought all of her pictures first. Pictures. She still has not gotten her clothes. and she's yelling at me about what pictures she wants hung up on the wall. And I'm like, Mom, priority. I need you
Right.
to reel it in, boo boo. I need you to like get on track and get the things that matter. Like, I don't know, things to wear, because she keeps borrowing stuff out of my closet because she has no clothes to wear. And
Right.
bless her heart, she still doesn't have anything that fits her because she has not gone clothes shopping since her weight loss surgery. And she still believes she's the same size she was pre-surgery, not post-surgery. And so then she's wanting me. Yesterday I had to go over after work and order her swimsuit for our vacation that we're going to be taking, and I had to scream and yell at her to tell her what size she is now. She kept arguing with me, telling me she was a size much larger than what she is. And I'm like, Mom, we're going to fight. We are going to fight. You are not that. I mean, what is it going to take for me to prove to you that you are not that
Right.
size? So
Right.
her body dysmorphia is on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
But we are getting through the moving process. She's getting happier. Have I hung those pictures up on the wall? No. So that will give me new content for next week. That will give me great content for next week. Lord be with us. That's
Yeah,
my
for real.
complaints for the week. I need someone to recommend me, I guess, a planter box that's not going to fall apart at the seams. And if it,
Or a gift card to Lowe's.
correct, either or, you know, I'll take either. But I'm holding
Yeah.
on by the screw that's still holding the bottom end of my planter. So that's me. How about you, Bailey? How's your week been?
Well,
Yeah.
okay. Let's start with what I have written down and then go into something different. So, first of all, happy Pride Month.
Oh,
Happy Pride Month.
yes. Uh-huh.
Happy Pride Month.
Yes.
We only get 1 month for people to hate us more than they already do, and guess what? It's here.
It has arrived.
So happy Pride Month for those that celebrate, for those that celebrate in private, and those who scream it on the rooftop. Because both have a seat at my table. So happy Pride Month.
Happy.
With that being said, did I tell you about my father-in-law? Probably not.
Mm-mm.
So they came down last weekend. Nope. Weekend before.
Mm-hmm.
On Sunday, because we recorded on Sunday. No, I don't know. God, guys, I don't know. At this point, I'm making shit up.
The timeline does not matter here.
Anyway, they came down one weekend and we were riding around and he was telling a story. And it's so... okay. He was telling a story and he was like, yeah, I told that guy he was a tight ass. And then, you know, sometimes, you know, my brain runs to my mouth and says, say it, you know?
Yeah.
And this is one of those opportunities that it did. And it was freaking hilarious. And I died laughing and nobody else did. So he said, yeah, I called that guy a tight ass. And I said, but yet when I do it, I'm flirting.
Oh, that was
and that's
good.
so funny. That's so good, dude.
That was.
And yeah, I got a really good laugh at that. Like, funny enough that I wrote it down. So that's what reminded me of Pride.
I love this for our viewership.
Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, so the next thing on my list. And this next one and that one obviously wasn't a rant. It was just something that happened. But this next one, I have a best friend at work and she honestly is the only reason I am able to maintain sanity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so every day we eat lunch together. And I don't even remember how the conversation got brought up or something. And she said, Did Helen Keller create Braille? And I said, huh? Which I don't believe in. Listen, I have questions about Helen Keller.
Oh, God.
Because how did she write a book?
Well, your face right now is just cracking me up.
The question stands, Your Honor. How did she write a book? Because, like, and maybe this is being so ableist, and I'm so sorry if it is. That's not how I'm meaning it. I'm literally just curious, because how does she know that that line of Braille means that if she couldn't see it or hear someone describe what it was?
Your face right now.
Like, how did she learn Braille even? Because, like, how does she know that that line of Braille meant a flying horse? You know?
Yeah, I'm with you.
And maybe I'm just looking like a grade A dumbass right now, but I am sincerely curious about that because I have no idea. It blows my mind. So,
well, next week I'll do some research and we will have a whole segment.
yeah, help me with that.
I will.
That's your to-do list.
I will.
So, next, AI headshots. So at work,
that's a good one.
At work, people have a headshot, right? It's clearly a headshot that they had done, right? But then they use AI to, one, either filter it and like change or tweak something, but then it literally makes it look cartoonish.
Yep. Like it's not real.
And so every time I come across it, I'm like,
why?
huh?
Why?
You know? So that was something that I came across today. And AI is a whole different conversation, and I'm not ready to get into that today because. Okay, so last thing. I'm trying to see how to approach this because I don't want it to snowball. But it did happen, and I do have feelings about it. So, with that being said, I think and live most of the time in a very large scale, right?
Right.
And you can attest to this. Jill,
Yes, I can.
Jill has been victim to my mini calls saying, I want to send a dog into space. And Jill's sitting right there saying, yeah, that's a good idea. That works, you know?
I'll find a pet, you know?
Right. Right. So, I think in very large scale, most of the time when I'm doing things like that, I have to like write it down somewhere. I have to type it out. I have to formalize the plan to where I have it. It doesn't mean that I'm going to execute it tomorrow. Doesn't mean I'm going to execute it the next day or even the next. It just means that I am preparing, right?
Right.
Other people don't understand that. And that's okay. That's okay. That's their right 100%, but it's also my right to be able to do whatever I set my mind to. And I think what frustrates me the most is that I feel the need to constantly prove myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I've made it pretty clear that I can do anything.
Correct.
Anything.
1,000%.
And so when I tell someone an idea of mine and they choose to approach it with immediate interrogation and immediate negativity, I immediately get defensive
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because I have already done all that in my head. Like I have already mapped out the potential problems that I'm going to face. I've mapped out the ways to mitigate that problem. I've mapped out how to pivot. I've mapped out all of those things before I even take it to anyone.
Right.
Not you,
Oh, I
because
know. I'm excluded from that. Yeah, let's just go
you
ahead and
know,
make that note.
you know,
Yeah.
but there are certain people that I feel the need to have to wait
Mm-hmm.
until I am mentally in the spot where I can take the instant negativity and instant criticism and interrogation and be able to defend it. And so yesterday I had an idea as I was going to work and I thought about coming home from work and all of those things. And I was working on it and it just didn't go how it probably should have. So that was not good. Hurt my feelings, to be honest. And hurt my feelings in a different way because it's something that I am very passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that I truly, truly, truly think that is a possibility.
Yep.
And so that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And, people say don't go to bed angry. That don't work for me.
I do
That
that every
don't
night.
work for me. Because here's something about me. I have to have time to sit with myself and to think it
Mm-hmm.
through and to think through what I was thinking and to think through what other people were thinking and to decide if it was coming from a place that I did not see in the moment, right?
Yeah, to
You
process
hear,
it.
you understand like where I'm coming from because my
Yeah.
immediate mechanism is to defend.
Mm-hmm.
And I shouldn't do that. Like, I know that's something I need to work on because not everybody's going to agree with my ideas. I understand that. But it's also a level of mutual respect that I have earned,
Yeah.
more than earned.
Correct.
And so it's just very interesting dynamic wise. So, they say don't go to bed angry. That happened last night. I was angry and I was hurt and I was upset and all of those things. And then more hurt and upset than angry. And then
Right.
I woke up this morning and I was pissed. Because it didn't go away. It didn't go away. It stuck right there,
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just funny. It's funny. There's hills and valleys, people. Hills and valleys always.
If
So
anybody knows the direction to the hill, let me know because I am still in the valley. Still in the valley.
yeah, yep, sure am. And I ran out of gas apparently. So that happened, and it's easy to look back retrospectively and to think about how I should have approached it differently and what the other person should have done differently. Like, that's easy to do 100%. But the more difficult part is to move on from it, obviously. And like, I'm having a hard time at that right now. So
Yeah.
just to be very transparent. But
We love it.
happy Pride. Oh my God. Okay, we're going to take a little quick break and then we will be right back.
See ya. When society collapses, you'll wish you had advertised on Disgruntled. But until then, there's still time. Sponsor us.
Yeah.
I feel that.
So, and then like, to quote Florence Welch, we argue in the kitchen about whether to have children, about the world ending and the scale of my ambition.
Oh. I think we need to keep that part in.
Oh, I'm gonna. So stupid. Okay. We're back. We're back. These are a little bit longer. And depending on time wise, we might cut a few, put them into the next episode, whatever we need to do. So Jill, go first. You go first.
Absolutely. So up first, I have got Kelly from North Carolina. What up, Kelly?
Love.
I know. They wrote in and said, "Hey, Bailey and Jill, I need to rant." Well, good, because we
that's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for. Thank you so much. I lost the ability to speak. So she says, I need to rant because I'm still furious about this. A few weeks ago, I got a random calendar invite from my manager on a Friday afternoon with no context, no agenda. It was just a quick check-in. Yeah, you know where this is going. I joined the call, and within 2 minutes, HR popped in. And suddenly I'm being told my position is being eliminated. Not just because of performance, not because I did anything wrong, just business needs. And here's the part that's really bothering me. I had received positive feedback literally days before, and my manager told me that working on a long-term project was up in the books. We were discussing goals for the next quarter. Nobody gave me any kind of indication that my job was in danger. And so for months, I gave them everything I had. I worked late. I answered emails on weekends. I covered for people who disappeared when things got busy. And apparently, none of it mattered. And what irritates me most isn't even losing the job, it's how disposable it made me feel. 1 minute you're a part of the team, and the next minute you're a calendar invite with a script that somebody's got to read from HR. And I'm doing okay now, but every time someone says we're like a family here, I have to stop myself from busting out laughing. But yeah, in other words, is disgruntled hiring?
Kelly, you're on our list.
Yeah. As soon as we could have enough for payroll, girl, we'll remote you in. We'll remote you in.
Oh God bless. Oh, shouldn't have read that. Okay. Okay. Kelly. I'll read that to you in a minute. Okay. So here's one. Firing somebody at the end of the day on a Friday is wrong, period. 2, at what point in leadership do you lose empathy?
I think it's once you hit a certain pay number because it's too much of a trend. It's too much of a trend that you get to a certain pay scale and then lose empathy for the people that don't make as much as you do. It's wild.
That is insane to me.
Yes.
And I'll just go down this rabbit hole. Disgruntled Network LLC, period. We lead with empathy. period. We lead with empathy. I believe, and this is just me, this does not reflect the opinions of anyone I'm associated with.
Other
Period.
than me. Other than me.
Yeah. Yeah. I do not want anyone who works with me, because we are a team, we work together, not a stair step ladder thing, right? I'm not here for that. I don't want anyone to ever think that I am not approachable, that we can't have a conversation, that they do not matter, that I am above anything. Because as we've discussed, I've scrubbed the toilets and I'd do it again.
Mm-hmm.
I would do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow. If that
Right.
meant letting someone feel that I will do anything.
Yeah. That they're
And whether
valued
that
and
is
appreciated.
yes, because people are so fascinating. So fascinating. And like there's a spot for every type of person everywhere. Everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. And I think that a lot of times people don't leave organizations. They don't leave companies. They don't leave a job. They leave their leadership or lack thereof.
Schools especially, sorry. Had to do that. Had to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lack thereof.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that we are becoming, not we, I'm not included in that we because there's no freaking way. But it is common practice nowadays to become robotic. And I
Mm-hmm.
never want to be that. I never want to be that. I want every single person who works alongside me to know that they are an individual in my eyes, not a number. And so I understand that individuals get burnout. I understand that some individuals need a lot of freedom. I understand that some individuals, they like to be micromanaged. There are some individuals that cannot stand it. I understand that. That is my job as a leader to understand how to make those people feel included and like they belong. That's my job, right?
Right.
Because culture starts at the top.
Oh yeah.
And I do not want to ever be, no matter where I'm at in life. And if I ever am, call me on it. If I am ever like that, I do not want to be inaccessible
Mm-hmm.
at all. At
No.
all. Our greatest assets are our people, the ones who can tell a story, because every single human's story is completely different. That is the asset of the company, not just what we're capable of, not just the ideas that come to fruition. It's the people and what we create and we curate and we live by every single day. And so, Kelly, as much as this sucks, it's good in the long term because it teaches you what you don't want to see again, right? And I I hate that you feel disposable
It's one of the
because
worst
nobody,
feelings in the world.
absolutely, nobody wants to feel disposable.
Mm-mm.
Like, nobody wants to feel disposable. And so I, I hate it. I hate it for you. And I hate that that is a culture that you've had to be affected by. Um, just know that there are companies out there are people out there that feel the same way Jill and I do.
Mm-hmm. And that want to value you for who you are and what you bring to the table.
Right, right. And like, I also want it to be known that I don't want to ever sell out no matter how much money I make. There is no sense, there is 0 sense in a leader making $1 million plus a year. There is no sense in that. None. Where's it going to go? That's an ego. Like, that's an ego thing. You're feeding your ego. That's what that is. Right?
Right.
And so if I'm the type of leader that if it took me making pennies to keep my company going and afloat and happy and loyal and all of those things, done,
Sign me up.
done,
Mm-hmm.
done. It just doesn't make sense to me. That makes no sense. I don't understand why you lose the ability to have empathy for others at a certain pay range. That makes no sense to me.
Mm-mm.
And I don't want it to ever make sense to me. Like, ever. And I want that to be known.
Yeah.
I don't want that to make sense to me because that shows me that I've blinded myself to what I said I shouldn't. That's my values. That's my cores. Like, that's my beliefs. Like, it's insane.
I just still can't
Insane.
believe Kelly's company didn't even have enough gall to go ahead and, because they knew, let me tell you, Kelly, they knew that if they invited HR to that rando meeting, that you would know what was happening. And they did
Yep.
that on purpose. 100%
Oh, yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And my thing is, too, it could have been a conversation.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Yeah.
It should have been a conversation, first of all. Should have been a conversation. And, like, I just don't get that. I don't get that. I don't understand why people they don't have empathy, 1, and 2, they avoid hard conversations.
Yeah.
And so they hide behind these positions, roles, legal speak, corporate speak, and all of these layers to avoid looking like the bad guy. And I hate to say it, but somebody has to be the bad guy in that situation. And my thing is, and this is just my master's in human resources talking, if they have no documentation of why you're being terminated, but they kind of covered the track saying the position was eliminated. But if they have no documentation and you have, like, they did document positive feedback and then formally say due to negative feedback you have room there. And that's what I'll leave that at.
I just know there could have been a better way to handle that, and I feel sorry for you, Kelly, but there's going to be somewhere else that was, a better fit for you, and I know that you will find it soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you for your submission, Kelly. And I'm telling you right now,
Oh. Who we got next, Bailey?
Leave that there. I will have that conversation when that time comes up. So, shit. Next, I have Lacey from Kansas. Lacey says, I need advice because I think I accidentally made myself impossible to date. Well, we probably shouldn't be the ones giving you advice.
Yeah, I'm not the best one for that, Lacey. Sorry.
Lacey says, I've been single for a while, and now every time somebody tries to flirt with me, I immediately find something annoying about them. One guy texted me, "Good morning, beautiful," 3 days in a row, and instead of thinking it was sweet, I got irritated that he was awake before me. Another guy chewed too loud at dinner, and I mentally checked out before the appetizers came. I can't tell if my standards are finally healthy or if I've gotten way too comfortable being alone with my snacks and TV shows.
Ooh, Lacey. I.
There is nothing wrong with having boundaries. One, that's a good word for it.
Yep.
And there's nothing wrong with not settling.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Because that's a bad spot to be in. When you settle on a decision like that, it's not it never works out well. It never works out well because, and I've said it before, these two people don't like each other.
Correct.
This person changes to adapt to this person, which makes them want to be around each other. And then about 6 to 7 months in, this person realizes, oh, this isn't me. I don't like that. Right. And so then they start coming back to who they really are. And then wham, bam, we're back to these people don't like each other.
And the cycle continues.
And it repeats and it repeats and it repeats, and the snake eats its tail. So I don't think that it's bad to have standards, and I don't think that it's bad to have boundaries. I think that, yes, you need to have those two things. But I also think that sometimes having a little grace with other people is good. Because, and especially in written out text or things like that, because you can't judge inflection or tone or mentality or anything like that. There's no context clues. It's just black and white, right?
Correct.
And a text and written communication is up to the interpretation of the viewer. And so when someone, and okay, perfect example. When I send something to someone, right?
Yep.
Asking for thoughts, feedback, something like that, and you immediately ask me why, or why I did this, why I did it like this, why does it look like this, why didn't you do this, why does this do this? Immediate defense.
Correct.
Because you're questioning me, right? But sometimes that's not how someone means it. Like, sometimes they're genuinely asking, like, why did you come to that conclusion? I want to understand how you're thinking, right? And so and it's human nature to immediately go to a security block, right? That's
Right.
human nature. To instantly go into that defense mode. But sometimes, and I'm speaking to the frickin' choir here on this one, but sometimes it requires follow-up questions and being willing and open to having those difficult conversations to understand where they're coming from, tone, mentality wise, versus immediately jumping to that, you know?
As a texter, and Bailey can attest to this because he knows what I'm about to say. I am so scared that somebody is going to think that I'm not putting enough emotion into my messages. I'm always scared that they're, think that they're the dry, So I overuse the heck out of an explanation point. I throw in an explanation point when you wouldn't think it needed an explanation point. And to all of those strangers who think that I am yelling things all the time, those who are closest to me and dearest to me and get the most text messages from me know that I am using explanation points to show a good emotion, and you should be.
I'm using an explanation point to show that I'm excited.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's really, all my friends know that if I'm not using explanation points, then oh lordy, like something's up with Jill. It's not just her, left thumb's gone out. So
well, and I mean that's perfect. That is a perfect example, Jill, because the people that know you, the people who took the time to understand how your brain works, knows that those 16 exclamation marks isn't because, and I keep saying explanation, it's exclamation marks.
I probably said that
Jesus,
wrong about 15
I'm sorry.
times.
Listen, grammar's hard, guys.
Yeah, it is.
I'm
a math teacher,
but I know
not
those
an English
16
teacher.
period. The 16 exclamation marks means that you're excited, not that you're yelling at me. All caps, different conversation. So
correct. And I heard a perfect analogy, and I think it's, as someone who spent a very long time in the dating realm, you have to have standards, or you're going to waste your time on somebody that your time is precious and don't need to be wasted on. So it's okay.
Yep.
It's okay to know what you want and what you don't want. And I was listening to a parody on the way home today, and it was mamas don't let your cowboys grow into be babies. And so it's okay. It's okay to have expectations and things that you want and need out of a relationship. And so
okay. I think we're coming to the point of delirium. This is why we don't ever do an episode over an hour.
Yeah.
Going something that kind of fits right along in, a few seconds ago I read something and I was like, oh, I shouldn't have read that, right? Well, I'm gonna read it now. And I don't know when I wrote this. Yeah, I don't know when I wrote this. But it says, I'm torn between who I was, who I am, and which one is right.
Okay, we're going to add philosopher in Bailey's title now, because damn, that was good.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't think that there's a which one is right. I think that it is it's a crosshair.
I think so too.
I think it's a crosshair, and I think the best place to be is around that middle point. Right?
Right.
But I don't know when the hell I wrote that. Jesus Christ. Y'all, we're going to take a break.
We'll be right back.
Right back.
You know what would be great right now? A sponsor.
You know what's even better than rage? Revenue.
If you're listening and you've got a product, email us or send us cash. We're open.
Hello, drawing board. It's me again.
I can't.
Okay, we're back. And it's Jill's time.
I am next. And Bailey loves me because he gave me the anonymous for the week. Oh, I
literally did this on purpose, but I also know what it says too, so go ahead.
Anonymous wrote in and told us, my boyfriend and I have officially reached the phase of our relationship where absolutely nothing is sexy anymore. The other night, we were fully in the middle of a moment, and he stopped to ask if I had remembered to switch the laundry over to the dryer. Not after, during. And somehow that completely derailed me. I wonder why. The entire mood, because then I just started thinking about the electric bill, and whether I left towels sitting too long. I just need to know if this is normal or if we've accidentally become a married couple from a fiber supplement commercial. And that is so specific that I just want to bust out laughing. Because, everybody says that their dream is to be the couple that's in the, I can't remember what drug it is, but the one with the bathtubs at the end, where they're in clawfoot bathtubs. At the yeah. You know what I'm talking about.
You ever taken a bath with somebody else? It's miserable.
Absolutely horrendous. Would not recommend.
There's feet where they shouldn't be.
Correct. And I feel Anonymous, you wrote into the right place to talk about that. Let me just say, oh, my dog is mad that he's out in the hallway.
That's understandable.
I fully there's a lot of opinions I have on this. And what is it? And that is that there's I'm here with the songs again today, because what is it? Love isn't just about, love isn't about the wedding, it's about the Tuesdays. And I feel like that is
Yeah.
that's a good
That's a
one.
great way to put that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that just like anything in life, there's seasonality to everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's some seasons that it's like rabbits, right? And then there's some seasons where the spouse kills the other after it's done. So
Correct. And you're texting your best friend, "Are you ready with the shovel?" It's just one of those.
literally. So there's seasonality to life, and that is in all aspects. I definitely think that there is a big societal like pressure to want to be attached at the hip to your spouse, your boyfriend, whatever it may be. There's that pressure to have to like them at all times. And I can tell you right now, that is not real life.
That's in Hollywood.
Because there are days when I cannot stand Jimmy G. And there are days that he cannot stand me. It goes both ways. And I think I would love to sit down and talk to someone that says that I love every single thing about my person that I'm with. I would love to sit down and talk to someone, because are you sure?
Or are you just psycho?
Are you sure?
Are you psycho?
Are you sure?
There's, and I think, that's the hardest part. And I guess that, the most beautiful part of a relationship is that the work is never done. And you always have to have those, I know, those open conversations, and you have to constantly be working on it and putting in effort.
Mhm.
And sometimes, it's exhausting, but it's rewarding. And so I think Anonymous needs to have an open conversation about how they were feeling the other day when this situation occurred. And that's the best advice that I can give on that. But I don't want you to
Yeah.
feel societal pressures in the fact, again, like
No.
Bailey said, like seasons, like that's going to be a season. And you're not the only one
Yeah.
experiencing that, so don't feel like you are. That's the my main takeaway is don't feel like you're the only
Yeah.
one that's in that situation, because we have all been there, and don't feel any shame towards it.
Right. Quick question.
Yeah.
What is a sex song for you?
Oh, there was a I can't remember. There was one that so little Lily, I'll go ahead and talk about Liam. He he is obsessed with The Weeknd. Okay? The Weeknd is Liam's whole. I need to get that man a concert ticket to go see The Weeknd if they weren't, more than 6 of my paychecks put together. But Liam loves to throw on by The Weeknd. I swear to God. Especially that one that he made. Remember the one song that The Weeknd made for 50 Shades of Grey? Remember the movie? The song that
Worth
they
it?
Yeah. As cringy as that is. I swear to God, that's his go-to.
Oh my God, this is
I
going to
know.
be a freaking social media clip,
Oh,
guys.
I feel it. I felt it coming, so I'm gonna go ahead and go there. Now, that's Liam's version of Bow Chicka Wow Wow getting it on fancy music. Mine, on the other hand, is Gravity by John Mayer. So I don't know what that says about me or whatever, but something about that song. Never mind. We'll move on. John Mayer. What about you,
Mine.
Bailey?
Thinking about cheating. Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. No. No. Probably False God, Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah.
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And an oldie but a goldie. And I don't even think I should say that.
Yeah, you should. Come on. Come on. I was vulnerable. I told you about John Mayer in The Weekend. Come on.
Closer, 9 Inch Nails.
Ah! I love we are kindred souls.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
I did so this is a question that we have asked a few of our friends. And they said Enigma, something by Enigma.
Oh.
And I freaking died. I died, and every time I think about it, I laugh every single time because that song starts in my head and it's like, how? You know? So yeah. Anonymous, hang in there. It gets better, and then it gets worse, and then it gets better, and then it gets even worse, and then it gets even better, and then even better than that, and then it gets worse again. And so it's a constant ebb and flow, hills and valleys. So I'm going to wrap up with this last rant. And I chose this one because while it sounds like I wrote this, I did not. But this person and I are very much kindred spirits. So, first of all, for their name, they put just me from a small town in the US. I said, okay, love it. I said, I don't know if this is a rant, a crisis, or it's just me being dramatic, but I need to get it out. And honestly, I was like, perfect. Did it, done it, love it. And they said, I'm in my 30s and I still have absolutely no idea where I fit in. Growing up, I thought there would be some moment where everything just kind of clicked. I'd find the career that was meant for me, the city I was meant to live in, the people I was meant to be around, and I'd finally feel like I belong somewhere. Instead, I feel like I'm constantly standing in doorways. When I'm around my corporate friends, I feel too creative. When I'm around my creative people, I feel too practical. When I'm in my hometown, I feel like I outgrew it. When I travel somewhere new, I feel like I'm an outsider. It's like everyone else got handed an instruction manual and mine got lost in the mail. I scroll through social media and I see people buying houses, starting businesses, getting married, having kids, moving across the country, and they all seem so certain. Meanwhile, I spend half of my time wondering if I've accidentally built an entire life around things that I don't even want. The most frustrating part is that from the outside, my life looks fine. I have a job, I pay my bills, I have people who care about me, but I still keep asking myself the same question. Is that it? Is this where I'm supposed to be? Maybe nobody ever really finds their place. Maybe we're all just wandering around pretending what we know what we're doing. And if that's true, I wish someone would have told me that a little bit sooner. Oh my God.
I
Oh my God,
yeah, I'm
right?
yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think
And
I'm
like
gonna cry because I
when I
relate
read
to that so
this,
much. Yeah.
right. When I read this, I was like, oh my God. Like, I get it. Like, I completely get it. I completely get it. And I think that this episode itself is just a wonderful human experience.
Yep.
Like, this episode, I feel personally, I feel like this episode is going to resonate with so many people because there are so many people right now who are feeling the exact same way. Exact same way.
Mhm.
I feel that way.
I feel that
I
way.
feel that way every single day. I literally question why I am where I am. And like, I I feel too creative. I feel too analytical.
Mhm.
Like, I feel both sides of it. I completely understand. And then I also agree with like scrolling through social media and things because it's human nature to compare yourself. But I think that that's something that we as people need to understand and realize and resonate with, that we only see the positives in life, right?
Right.
Like, we only see the positive experiences. You don't see the turmoil.
Mm-mm.
You don't see when somebody's having the worst day of their life. You don't see those things. They don't post those things.
Mm-mm.
And like, I mean, a perfect example of that, like, I my Instagram, right?
Yeah.
I've only posted like highlights.
Mhm.
Like, I graduated from college. I graduated from my master's degree. I started a podcast. Like, you only see the positives. And if that's what we're comparing ourselves on, when the negatives come around, we set ourselves up for failure
Mhm. And heartache.
because we think that these people don't experience those things. And another thing about it is celebrity culture. We think that, like, these people who we have made very, very famous, very, very rich, and all of these things, they never had these feelings. And that is not true. That's not true. Yes, some of them have everything handed to them and have had everything handed to them. But there are some people who had to claw, fight, bite to get to where they are right now.
Mhm. And felt at one
And
point like they were an
that's not
outsider.
documented.
Yeah.
Right. That's not documented. And so, just me from small town USA, you're not alone. You're not alone. And this, I keep saying that, but like, this is why I started this. This is why I started this company. Like, this is why I started Disgruntled Network LLC, because I know there's more of us. I know that there are more people like this. I know that without a shadow of a doubt. I know that.
Because we're reading their submissions.
Yeah.
Mhm.
My goal is to give the people an outlet that lets them express these feelings without having to blast it on their social media page. Yeah. Yeah. And like, I get it. Like, it's spot on.
Mhm.
It is spot on. One day it's going to be different.
It will.
It's going to be different. And like, the thing is, all it takes is one person starting a movement. And luckily for us, we have two.
Ha ha! Doses.
So, just me from small town USA, hang in there. It'll get better. It will get better, and then it'll get worse, and like, we'll repeat the whole cycle. But hang in there. Hang in there.
Yep.
Stop comparing yourself to everyone else, because you are doing perfectly fine. And your perfectly fine is different from someone else's perfectly fine. And I also think that some people are content. They find a spot that they want to be, they settle in, and they get content. And then there's some people like me, like Jill, like you, that aren't content and they want more from life. And like, you're not the only one that's ever felt that way.
Not alone.
So there's a spot at the table for both people. Like, there's a spot at the table and a need to have both types of people in society. And I think that that needs to be shouted from the rooftops, because it's not perfection. It's not something that is programmatic. It's not something that's robotic. It's something that is deeply human. And I feel like we have, as a society, just tried and tried and tried to make people robotic. And we've lost what makes people people. We've lost it.
Yeah, completely.
And so people like me who have these thoughts, people like you that have these thoughts, they think they're crazy. And they're not.
It's
They're
not normal.
human.
It's real.
Like, this is normal. This is normalcy. This is what normality looks like.
If you don't
And
have
I
a
am
crisis
so
when you're about
thankful.
to turn 30, you're not doing it right. You know? You're not doing it right.
Whew, yeah. Yeah. You know, it's so interesting to me. That's so interesting to me. And just me from small town USA, I'm going to use this rant and I'm going to give you credit through your pseudonym that you've used, but I'm going to use this rant to inform the public that this is also normal.
Mhm.
This is human. This is a human element. So, that's that. Jill, wrap us up. I'm sorry it's been such a long episode. This has been a great episode. Honestly, one of our best.
Love
Like,
that
I've
for
thoroughly
us.
enjoyed this
I
episode.
did too.
So, Jill, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you once again to follow us everywhere you possibly can. That way you can interact with us and leave us your rants to go along with Just Me from Small Town USA, Anonymous, Lacey, and Kelly. Let people know how disgruntled you are. So please interact with us. We have lots of different places where you can submit your rants. You can do it by calling us or texting us at 479-222-1251, or you can use the beautiful form on our website that Bailey created, www.disgruntlednetwork.org, and you can submit your form and do it that way, or you can go on our social media posts and make it loud and proud and rant that way however you want to.
Yes.
Please interact and please give us some more content for next week because we would love it. And so wherever you can, follow us, rate us, subscribe us. We still have our merch shop if you're interested in yelling into the void that way with some of our merch. We got exciting things coming up, so please be looking out for that. And thank you so very much for listening to this episode.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. I'm very thankful to have this outlet because it's necessary and needed at this time in my life.
Amen.
So, hang in there. We will make it another day.
See y'all next week.
Surely, hopefully. Oh, God. All right, bye. This has been a Disgruntled Network multimedia production.
Created by people with a lot of opinions and just enough time to share them.
Executive produced by Jillian Johnson and Bailey Bolin.
If you liked what you heard, don't forget to scream into the void or, leave us a review.